It is time for today's American Family News Daily Update. I'm Bronson Woodruff. The Israeli army today has ordered tens of thousands of Palestinians in the southern city of Rafah in the Gaza Strip to start evacuating from the area. It's signaling that a long-promised ground invasion there could be imminent. The announcement complicates last-ditch efforts by international mediators to broker a ceasefire, one of those mediators being the director of the CIA. The militant Hamas group and Qatar, a key mediator, have warned that invading Rafah could derail the talks, and the United States has repeatedly urged Israel against the invasion. However, Israel has described Rafah as the last significant Hamas stronghold after 7 months of war, and its leaders have repeatedly said the ground invasion is necessary to defeat the Islamic militant group. Back here in the U.S., Columbia University, which is one of the epicenters of the student Gaza protest movement, they've canceled the school-wide graduation ceremony in light of the ongoing protests. Former President Donald Trump spoke to reporters about it before going into the New York State Supreme Court for his hush money trial.
Columbia just canceled their commencement. That shouldn't happen.
Fox reports the protesting students continue to condemn the violence in Gaza and demand their institutions cut financial ties with any Israel-affiliated companies. And more on that so-called criminal hush money case, former President Donald Trump again claims that the charges against him are politically motivated. He stopped to speak to reporters before entering the New York State Supreme Court. Here's some of what he had to say.
It's a fake trial. They have no case, and it's been absolutely proven now. They have no case whatsoever. This is Alvin Bragg doing it for political reasons for Biden. This is a Biden trial. He's a crooked president.
The White House is not involved in the case, which is brought by the Manhattan District Attorney's Office for alleged violations of state law. The judge also found Trump in contempt of court once again and threatened to jail him for future violations of his gag order in the case. The former president is charged with 34 felony counts of falsifying business records as part of an effort to conceal payments to an adult film star, and they say that the charges also include efforts to bury a story about an affair ahead of the 2016 election. South Dakota Governor Kristi Noem is facing public backlash for an excerpt in her book where she describes killing a 14-month-old dog for bad behavior. Noem says that she tried to train the dog, but it posed a safety risk to people and to livestock. Since the book's publishing, Noem has faced significant public backlash over the killing, with many calling it animal cruelty. The governor has stood by her decision to include the anecdote, saying it shows her willingness to make difficult decisions. And one more thing, floodwaters closed some Texas schools today after days of heavy rains pummeled the Houston area and led to hundreds of rescues, including people who were stranded on their rooftops. Authorities said a 5-year-old boy died after riding in a car that was swept away in fast waters. Although forecasters expected storms to begin tapering off in southeastern Texas, high waters continued to close some roads and left residents facing some lengthy cleanups in neighborhoods where rising river levels led to over the weekend, evacuation orders. And that'll do it for today's American Family News Briefing. I'm Bronson Woodruff.